Light Talk, episode 21. Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new Light Talk episode. My name is Manni and you can find me over at Retutpro.com, the channel where you get to learn everything about photography and Photoshop in weekly quick tutorials. So in this Light Talk episode, we're going to talk about a car image here and how we shot this ad for Lexus. Again, this is not out of camera. Right away on the screen, you get to see the end result here. This is not out of camera. This was 2 exposures, one again for the car and then also one for the night shot, and then obviously dropped in Photoshop. But in this tutorial and this light talk, I only want to talk about the light that I've used for the car. So let's head there right away. So right away you guys get to see the car here. Please, this is not out of camera. These are many layers stacked on top of each other in order to build the car only with the body, the shape and everything. So it's a lot of different exposures. So again, in this episode, we're working here just with 2 lights. One is a stripped softbox, also with diffusing material, and the other modifier is an 82-inch silver inlined umbrella with no diffusing material, both used with 500 watts Elinchrom Strobes on medium power. So right away on the screen you get to see the light setup for this. Again, you guys can also see here are 4 polyboards in the background. These have nothing to do with reflections or bounce light, nothing. It's just to break the car from the background. So in Photoshop I can easily cut it out from a white background because we don't have a white wall here in the studio to shoot cars on. Then also you get to see this 82-inch silver inlined umbrella plus a stripped softbox and again another polyboard. So I use these 3 things in order to create this final image. Also, let's move over here to the first shot. So right away you see that I use the strip box on its own and sometimes with a piece of polyboard again to bounce light off into something. So not directly bouncing off from the polyboard. Okay, let's move over. You guys get to see here in the front of the car, I use it to just bounce light into the rim. I'm not focusing here on the body parts, only on the tires and the rim of the car. Okay, move that around, go to the background, do the same again. And then I move and take the strip light and position it into a vertical position and shoot right away from the left. So I place it right behind the tire and shoot away from it, not against it, away from it. So the spill of the light gives me a nice reflection on the rim and also some nice shadows. Again, combining that together later in the merging and then masking with Photoshop and kind of bringing it all together, you have the polyboard bouncing light and the other strip light all together to create one rim light. Okay, then let's move over a little bit. Then I move around with the strip light obviously around the car. This is not for the body parts, guys. It's only to get some really nice reflections in the nose, in the grid, on the logo, again on the car, on say for instance the handle and some certain areas here. Okay, let's move a little bit on with the pictures. You can also see here I use it again to get some nice reflections around the lights of the car for the body part. And now you guys can see I'm switching over to again using the umbrella. Basically I use the umbrella like if when it's raining. So you open it right on top of you, so the umbrella is also on the top. So the light spills from the top. It's not directional because otherwise you get the reflections again on the car. So this is basically coming down from the top and then I use a polyboard from the bottom to bounce the light off into the car. Again to get some really nice shapes on the body and also have some really nice degrading or a bit of a grading light on the car and also some nice shadows. You guys can especially see it here on this photo. Again, bouncing off onto the body parts and sometimes also a bit on the tire. So you can also use the tire shot. You can also use some of the body parts. So again, I use this technique around the car in order to take many different shots of the car. You also see at the bottom, I have a piece of gray background stripped to the bottom. This is just to Photoshop it out easier again later with the shadow parts. So this has nothing to do with reflections or anything. It's again just to merge out the image a little bit easier, especially where the tire is touching the ground. Okay, let's move over a little bit. You guys get to see now that I actually take my umbrella and move around the car and take many different exposures around the car in order to get the bonnet, the roof, the front part, again the back part, and also the rear end. So just moving around with that. Then once that is done, I also switch off all the lights, put the camera to a long exposure, take the key of the car and just press the key in order to get some of the light reflections coming out of the car lights. Also doing that with the brakes, hitting the brakes, and also the front, just turning on the lights so you basically have light from the car lights. And then taking a few long exposures so you have all these details. And then I head right away into Photoshop. So now in Photoshop, first of all, what I do again is I have a basic photo just without lights, take a basic shot. Obviously this is all shot also on a tripod, so all the shots are combining and lining up again in Photoshop. So my first exposure is just a basic car. Then the second exposure here would be again some parts from the car. Again, we got a tutorial also on that. You can watch it right here if you want to learn more about this technique. So right away, I built together a few elements here just for the body shape. This is mainly the back of the car. And then we move over to the front part. So again, just having the body shape, guys, really important, just the body shape. Then we focus on rim and tire, merging that together and creating a real cool effect here. And then also now final part would be again just the highlights of the car, again all the silver chrome parts, the front part again with the nose, the logo, all the little grids, and also very important again the lights of the car to get all of those details. So the client didn't really want to have us having the car on, so we didn't put all those lights in. Sometimes you have a night shot, then you want a bit of car light, the original car light in the lights shining, that orange or red or something, or even brake lights in the back. So that's why it's important to also shoot that. Final result here is just adding a bit of contrast and some color just for the image. And that's basically it just for shooting the car. And then obviously in Photoshop, drop it into your final composition and your final shot. Guys, so that's basically it for this episode. How to again light a car and how to work with these 3 light shapers, modifiers, whatever you want to call them. If you're like me and just can't get enough of Photoshop and photography, click on your screen right now to subscribe. We send out free Photoshop and photography tutorials weekly. And don't forget, we love to stay in touch. So leave your feedback down below in the comment section, or send us your tutorial requests to tutorials@retutpro.com. Thanks again guys for watching. I'll catch you all in the next Light Talk. And you are still here, so this most probably means you want to see some more Light Talks. Have a look down below in the description is a link directly to our website where you can find the complete series from episode number 1 to episode 20 about all the Light Talks. Yep. Or click right away here on the right hand side to see something right now.